Hey guys, once a week I'm going to start something new. I'm going to grab out an older palette and we're going to do a new eye look. This week I picked the Jaclyn Hill palette. By popular demand, you guys have asked me to do a few looks with it, so I pulled it out. This is her here. If you haven't seen this, this is a very versatile palette. I'm not big on Morphe palettes, but I do enjoy this palette. So let's just get right in here, and I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. Let's just try something. I don't have the colors, of course, because Morphe just refuses to print them. So we're just going to go in with this color here. I want to kind of go between these two because one's a little too golden and one's a little too cool. So I'm going to go ahead into both of these. When you mix colors, just try to, you saw how I put a little on the other eye and then go over here. That's so you wind up having them basically the same color. Because you can, when you're mixing colors, you can kind of get off. You always want to end in the same color. Like if you go here, 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 and there, you want to, the next one end the same. That way you kind of have the basic, gets there as close as you can. Even though they do basically mix on your eye, I always make sure to do that. But we're just using this as kind of a base, just to kind of warm that crease up and get it going. I did use the Morphe eye primer today. Sorry, I didn't do that on camera, and I'm trying out the a new foundation, the Morphe foundation, which if you guys, I don't know if that videos came up, so I won't say anything yet, but it's a little wrong color. It was a little light. All right, now what do we want to do? I think I kind of want to do, I think I want to just do a neutral kind of eye with this. I'm not real sure. I kind of want to do a purplish kind of eye. That was the one thing I had with this palette, was trying to decide what I was going to do because they're all, you know, so similar. By the way, I was using the Kylie Cosmetics number 15 brush. Now I'm going to be grabbing my Wayne Goss number 17 brush, which this is my only Wayne Goss brush. So I'm going to darken that crease up just a little bit more. I'm going to go into this color here just to kind of darken that up a little bit and kind of start framing the outside of the eye. I like to go ahead and start building the framework for the eye shape right away. With hooded eyes, you really kind of need to do that so you don't lose what you're doing. And because I don't have a very defined crease, because of that, I want to, you know, really get up there and warm that up and just really get that shadow right there going. See where that's really making that look a lot more deep set than it is. And this Wayne Goss brush is perfect for that. I like how it comes to a point, but it's still fluffy, so I can use the edge and then get in there and really blend it out. This is my first Wayne Goss brush, and I'm really enjoying it. It was actually a gift from someone that wants to remain anonymous, but thank you very much. That was very sweet of you. I always love to get gifts. I do have a P.O. box if you guys ever want to send me something. Notes, letters, anything like that. I mean, it's not required, but it's always something sweet to do. You can look on my info page at the beginning on my main thing. You look under info and you will see where it says info. Click on info and then look down at the bottom and you'll see where I've put my P.O. box address. There. And I'm going back over with that first brush that has just a tiny bit of that shadow left on it. And just making sure that's well blended. Now, I think what I'm going to do, I don't know, you know, I kind of felt inspired but uninspired with this palette. I really had a hard time with it. And the same thing I'm having now. I'm going to grab this. This is a Crown 510 brush, and I'm going to go into, you know what, I'm going to go and, I I really want to do this green. I'm going to grab this matte green, and I'm just going to kind of bring that in on the outer corner here. And just, one thing about these shadows, they don't like pack a huge punch when you put them on, so you can work with colors like this, but you can build them up. Build this up out here too. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy doing something so bright, but I want a little color on my lid today. I'm going to use that on the outside, and then I think I'm going to use that on the in the middle, and then something lighter on the very center. I'm going to go ahead and lay this color down where I'm wanting it. There we go. Now I've been holding that palette, my arm's getting sore. Clean that off using my color switch. This is my new one from Jan & Co. This is called their brush off, is what they call it, and it has the center. You can actually wet the center. It's kind of nice to have something to wet your brush, but I like to use a setting spray when I'm wetting my brushes, so I don't really get, into that. I'm going to go ahead and grab this one here. This is my Haki Hodo J5535. It's in the J series. I'm loving these Haki Hodo brushes. Haki Hodo? I don't know how I'm saying that right. These are handmade brushes. They are goat's hair. I couldn't tell you the name of the type of goat. It's very hard to pronounce. But I'm going to grab just a tiny bit of that green just to kind of blend that up a little bit. There we go. I want to bring that up in the crease, but I don't want to, I need something a little pointier. I'm going to grab this one. This is the 5529. This is a little smaller. And what I'm wanting to do is bring that green up just a tiny bit right into there to where it kind of peaks. See, and get a good blend right between the two colors. Now you want to be careful, because if you blend two colors in Morphe, they tend to just kind of go muddy. And if you guys have ever tried to use a very colorful look without just kind of patting the shadow and blending the edge, Morphes are well known for that. If you have the James Charles palette, it is really good about that one. I've used the James Charles palette a little bit. I'm going to bring that green up underneath, just in that outer corner. I'm going to go ahead and bring that in there now, so I can really, shape that eye. I like to get the outer corner so then I can really kind of gauge where I'm going to do that corner and bring that up into there. When you have hooded eyes, you kind of have to plan out your corner work right here. And you'll see me lift my eye. I get Botox on my eyes, which helps a lot. I get it more for the fact I get terrible migraines, and it helps like you wouldn't believe. If you get migraines and you have an opportunity to try to get Botox for it, please, by all means, try it. You will really not be sorry. You grab that first brush and just blend that off. Now, I don't want a real plungent color. I want that to be nice and blended there. I'm going to go back out on that outer corner. I'm not worrying about getting this real solid right now, because I'm going to bring in this middle color here in a second. I'm just tapping this. I want to make sure I have that. But when you blend this green color, you get a real pretty kind of, it blends out to almost like a teal, and that's why I do that. All right. Now I'm going to go into this middle color. I'm just going to flip the brush over and use the other side. I'm going to use this dry at first and see, let me see how that does. I don't want it super, there we go. I don't want it super shiny. I am wanting the, shimmer to it, but I don't want it like crazy shimmery. I just want it, because I'm going to put something right over the top of it there. I'm just using that for my center. There. And I want to leave that third still right there. Now I have the matte color on one side and I have the shimmer on the other. And what I'm doing is I've got the shimmer side down, matte side up, and I'm just going right in here. I'm blending that out. See how that really just blended that out real nice right there? There we go. I need to quit saying there we go. I hate that. You ever say something that just really bugs you that you say and you catch yourself saying it all the time? That's mine. Let me go ahead and just clean that corner up a little bit right there. It seems it never fails. I have such hooded eyes that I will have my shadow smeared down in here if I'm not careful. Now I'm gonna go in with, this is just a flat shader brush from Bodyography. And I'm gonna go into, I wish I knew what these colors were, but I'm gonna spray this brush. Just gonna grab my Morphe spray here. I love the light mist on that. You don't get your brushes super soaked, but they get nice. And I'm just gonna grab this color here and I'm gonna bring that right there. This one works so much better wet because it is such a light color. You want to be careful. I picked up the green. You want to be careful because I don't want that green to mix all the way over. I just want it in the very edge of that. So now I'm going to pull that over. And I'm just going to pat that right over the other one. Kind of tapping my brush off in between because I don't want that everywhere. That green, I don't want that green over that corner pink, but I want that to, the edge of it to kind of blend. See? To kind of give a little blend right there. Because you are going from a dark to light. You are going to have a little bit of a line there. But one thing I wish this had was more of a just like white kind of color. It has an off-white kind of inner corner color. This one has this one and this one, which have a little bit of a shimmer to them, but not, I want like a real punch. I'm gonna grab, let's see, what can I grab? You know, I want something real shiny for that inner corner. What can I grab? You know what, I'm gonna grab my Flesh. This is Boost from Flesh. It's a highlighter. I'm going to grab that to put that on the inner corner, and I'm just going to grab this tiny little pencil brush thingy from, doesn't even have a number. It's from Morphe. I'm going to bring that right in that inner corner. Now, I always tell you guys, I wear glasses, so I go ham right here. I go crazy ham on that. I should have done my waterline first, but I didn't, so. And also kind of put that up here. This is the tiniest. This comes in the Eye Essentials or Eye Incredibles or whatever that crazy name is for the Morphe eye set. It's like sold out all the time. I think it's like $23 for the set. That if you're looking for a nice set and you don't have a lot to spend, that was my first eye set. Was that one from Morphe? And I swear by it. Before that, I used store-bought brushes all the time. I'm just going to go ahead and just one little swoop under my eyes. Whew, it is hot in here today. It's been freezing here, and then all of a sudden it starts getting hot. Go figure. Never fails. All right, now for eyeliner, what do I want to do? I'm kind of wanting to continue that green underneath. You know what I am? I'm going to use this. This is Cabana from Smashbox. And I love these pencils. These are the Smashbox Always Sharp waterproof kohl liners. And this one's in Cabana. And you guys see me always using Sumatra. This is Cabana. This is like that same kind of tealy kind of green that we used up top. And I'm just gonna put that in my waterline, but I'm also smudging it down into my lash line and just below. That's what I like about those, because you can really get in there and smudge those in. And they have a little bit of an iridescent kind of shine to them. I don't know if you can't really see, but you can really see it catching on my waterline. That is pretty. That's a very different eye look for me today. I'm liking it. What do you think? All right, I'm gonna grab this. What is this? This is just a little flat brush. I'm gonna use this just to kind of clean up right here. It never fails. I want to kind of crisp up that line, and this is just a flat brush. I'm not putting anything on it. I'm just using it to kind of, just with the warmth of my foundation and the makeup I have, my warmth of my skin and the foundation that's on there, just kind of clearing that little area right there out there. I think that's cute. The only thing with these, they stain your brushes like crazy. If you use natural hair brushes like I do, and you don't like the stain, best thing ever is this here. This is Cinema Secret. And real quick, I'm gonna show you. I guess I'll just use my chute. I take a little bit and I'll pour it into the lid, and I will just quickly dip the brush in. You don't want to get it all the way wet up into the ferrule. Well, I didn't bring a towel, but here, I'll use my shirt. Sacrifice. All right, I gotta change the shirt anyway. But a couple of dips in this. Now, if it's really stubborn, you can soak them, but you want to make sure not to get too much of that up in the ferrule, because this is an alcohol product and it will eat that glue that they use. See? It still has a little bit of staining. I'm not going to worry too much about that. For the most part, it came out. That was on a flat brush. Now, on a shader brush, it's a lot easier. Plus, I didn't get a whole lot on here. It takes it right out. And your brushes are dry and ready to use because it's alcohol. That's the thing I like about the Cinema Secrets, because you can use it right away. And it leaves like a vanilla. Once the alcohol dissipates, it leaves a vanilla smell behind. And right now, Sephora had this. It was these two, and I think they were $29. You get the little can. It's nice to pour some when you're doing bigger brushes in here, and you can leave them like kind of sitting there. You fill it about here, and you want to fill it to where, if I was cleaning this brush, I would fill it to where the bristles were into it about here, because it will kind of draw up. You don't want to get it up in here, because brushes are glued in, and you don't want to get that alcohol up in there. Little bonus for you guys. But that's my little throwback for this week. I'm going to throw me some mascara on. Oh, where is it? I'm going to grab my NARS Climax. I've been using New Lash, and I think I've told you this before. You know, I was using it for a while, and then I stopped using it. But it really... my lashes are really starting to grow again. But if you use the New Lash, use it every night before you go to bed. You put it right at the roots of your lashes, and right at the very root of them. And you do that every night. In about a month, you will have beautiful long lashes. I have been using it again for a week, and I can already see a difference. And my lashes will actually start to curl from using it. It's kind of expensive, and that's why I stopped using it for a while. But I figured, now that I've gotten so much more into doing makeup on here, that I would go ahead and do it, because I am not the type that goes and does false lashes. Those are the glues and everything are so hard on my eyes, and it's hard to grow natural lashes when you're using those, because they will just tear your lashes up. I am just having a hard time today. My lashes are not wanting to work with me. But that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Little throwback. I think I'm going to start doing this maybe Thursday. Let me know what you guys think. I'm thinking about Throwback Thursdays for pulling out just an old eyeshadow palette or an old makeup product that I haven't used in a while, pulling that out and using it again. So let me know what you guys think, and I will see you again soon. Bye.